one of the islands, first night there, Dad and Jimmy Lynch, and two kids, as Dad called them, 18, 19-year-olds, were sent to sit on the top of this cliff. And they were on guard duty, just sitting there. They had a case of grenades, with them. And they're just supposed to, listen and see what's going on. This is a new island, so it's nighttime. So they're out there in the dark, real dark. And after a while, they heard voices down below them. I think it was a 100-foot cliff. They could hear voices. Japanese. They're speaking Japanese. So Jimmy says to Dad, "What are we going to do?" He told the kids, he says, "You keep grabbing 2 grenades at a time and set them up on the case, on the wooden case. And we'll pull the pins, and we'll grab them. You pull the pins. And Jimmy, you throw one long, I'll throw one short. I'll throw one long, you throw one short." And we're going. So they threw them until they heard this screaming stop from all the Japs getting blown apart down there. When the screaming stopped, they stopped throwing the grenades. In the morning, they went down, and from the body parts, they figured there were 67 Japs that got killed. And so this is a nice victory, in the middle of the night to hit something like that, and you can't even see them, but you heard them. So during the next day, a directive came down that you can no longer do that. You can't just shoot and throw things into the darkness just because you hear voices and you don't know who it is. It might be one of us out there. So my father got permission to go see the colonel who put that directive down, sent it down, and he reported in, Sergeant Hallahan reporting, "Sir, he says, about your directive, about you get permission, you call radio back and get permission before you can shoot people at the enemy." He says, "I want to tell you, I am not going to follow that directive. I'll tell you right now, I will not follow that directive, sir." He says, "That's a direct order. You're not going to follow the direct order?" He says, "No, sir, I'm not." He says, "Why do you say that, Sergeant?" He says, "Well, the main reason is if there's a bunch, if there's Americans down there in the dark talking Japanese, speaking in Japanese, they deserve to die. You got to be kidding me. I cannot follow your directive, sir." He saluted them again, turned around and walked out. And they kind of forgot about that directive after that. But imagine you get a call and get permission. When I talked to Jack, a guy in town here, he had to go through that in Vietnam. He says they're 100 feet away and still charging right at you. And you still haven't heard from radio back that you can shoot them. It was absolutely crazy. In Dad's group, they said, "No, we're just killing them." But, crazy stuff happens in war.